Spain. A land of sun-drenched beaches, fiery flamenco, and ancient cities steeped in history. From the snow-capped Pyrenees to the sun-baked plains of Andalusia, Spain's diverse landscapes have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the clash of civilizations, and the birth of artistic movements that have shaped Western culture. This is a land where layers of history are visible at every turn, where Roman ruins stand alongside Moorish palaces, and Gothic cathedrals overlook bustling plazas. Spain's geographical location, at the crossroads of Europe and Africa, has made it a melting pot of cultures for millennia. Phoenicians, Greeks, Carthaginians, Romans, Visigoths, Moors. Each civilization has left its mark on this Iberian peninsula. This unique blend of influences is reflected in Spain's art, architecture, language, and cuisine, making it a country of endless fascination. To truly understand Spain, one must delve into its complex and often tumultuous past. From the centuries-long struggle of the Reconquista to the rise and fall of the Spanish Empire, and the turmoil of the Spanish Civil War, Spain's history is a tapestry woven from threads of conquest, faith, and cultural exchange. It is a story of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of the Spanish people. The year 711 AD marked a turning point in Spanish history. It was the year that Muslim armies, known as Moors, swept across North Africa and into the Iberian Peninsula, conquering most of the Visigothic kingdom that existed there. This marked the beginning of a period of Muslim rule in Spain that would last for nearly 800 years. The Reconquista, meaning reconquest in Spanish, refers to the long and arduous process by which Christian kingdoms in the north gradually reclaimed control of the peninsula from the Moors. This period, spanning from the 8th to the 15th centuries, was marked by constant warfare, shifting alliances, and the slow but steady southward expansion of Christian rule. The Reconquista was not a unified movement, but rather a series of campaigns waged by various Christian kingdoms, including Leon, Castile, Aragon, and Navarre. These kingdoms were often at odds with each other, but they shared a common enemy in the Moors and a desire to reclaim the Iberian Peninsula for Christendom. The year 1492 holds immense significance in Spanish history. It was the year that the last Moorish stronghold in Spain, the Emirate of Granada, fell to the combined forces of King Ferdinand II of Aragon and Queen Isabella I of Castile. This event, marking the end of the Reconquista, had profound implications for Spain's future. The fall of Granada was a watershed moment, not only politically, but also culturally and religiously. With the Moors defeated, Spain embarked on a new era of national unity and Catholic orthodoxy. The Spanish Inquisition, established in 1478, gained momentum and played a key role in consolidating religious unity under the Catholic monarchs. The conquest of Granada also had significant economic consequences. The fertile lands of southern Spain, known for their agricultural wealth, came under Christian control, boosting the Spanish economy. Moreover, the capture of Granada's port city, Almeria, gave Spain access to the Mediterranean trade routes, paving the way for its future maritime expansion. The end of the Reconquista coincided with the dawn of a new era for Spain, the Age of Exploration. Fueled by a desire for wealth, religious zeal, and national glory, Spanish explorers set sail across uncharted seas, discovering new lands and laying the foundation for what would become one of the largest empires in history. Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492, funded by Queen Isabella, is perhaps the most famous example of Spanish exploration. While Columbus mistakenly believed he had reached Asia, his discovery of the Americas opened up a new world for European colonization and exploitation. Following Columbus's footsteps, a wave of Spanish conquistadors, soldiers, and adventurers arrived in the Americas, driven by a thirst for gold, glory, and the conversion of native populations to Christianity. Hernán Cortés's conquest of the Aztec Empire in Mexico and Francisco Pizarro's conquest of the Inca Empire in Peru brought vast wealth and territories under Spanish control. Section 5. Explorers and Conquistadors. Columbus, and beyond. The Spanish conquistadors were a complex and often contradictory group. They were driven by a mixture of greed, religious fervor, and a thirst for adventure. Some, like Cortés and Pizarro, were ruthless in their pursuit of wealth and power, while others, like Bartolomé de las Casas, spoke out against the brutality inflicted upon the indigenous populations. The impact of the conquistadors on the Americas was profound and lasting. They toppled empires, decimated native populations through disease and warfare, and established a new social order based on Spanish colonialism. The gold and silver extracted from the Americas fueled the Spanish economy and transformed Spain into a global power. The Spanish Empire, stretching across the Americas, the Philippines, and parts of Europe, Africa, and Asia, became a global superpower. Spanish language, culture, and religion were transplanted to the New World, leaving an indelible mark on the Americas that is still evident today. Section 6. Legacy of Empire: Wealth, Culture, and Conflict. The Spanish Empire's legacy is a complex tapestry woven from threads of wealth, cultural exchange, and brutal exploitation. The influx of gold and silver from the Americas made Spain incredibly wealthy, but it also led to inflation and economic problems. The empire's vastness and the challenges of managing such a sprawling domain eventually led to its decline. Revolts and independence movements erupted throughout the Americas in the 19th century, culminating in the loss of most of Spain's overseas territories. Despite its eventual decline, the Spanish Empire left an enduring legacy. The Spanish language is now spoken by over 500 million people worldwide, making it the second most spoken language globally. Spanish art, architecture, music, and literature continue to influence and inspire people around the world. Section 7. The Spanish Civil War: A Nation Divided. The Spanish Civil War, which raged from 1936 to 1939, was a brutal and divisive conflict that tore Spain apart. It pitted Republicans, who supported a democratic government, against nationalists, led by General Francisco Franco, who sought to establish an authoritarian regime. The war had its roots in the social, economic, and political turmoil that gripped Spain in the early 20th century. The country was deeply divided along ideological lines, with Republicans, socialists, communists, and anarchists on one side, and monarchists, conservatives, and the Catholic Church on the other. The war was exceptionally brutal, marked by atrocities committed by both sides. The nationalist faction, supported by Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy, employed terror bombing and mass executions to crush opposition. The Republicans, backed by the Soviet Union and international volunteers, fought fiercely but were ultimately defeated. Section 8. Franco's Spain dictatorship and its aftermath. Franco's victory in 1939 ushered in an era of authoritarian rule that would last for nearly 4 decades. Franco's regime was characterized by repression, censorship, and the suppression of political dissent. Opposition was ruthlessly crushed, and Spain remained isolated from the rest of Europe for much of Franco's rule. Franco's economic policies initially focused on autarky, or self-sufficiency, but later shifted towards a more market-oriented approach. Despite some economic growth in the 1960s, Spain remained a relatively poor country compared to its European neighbors. Franco's death in 1975 marked the beginning of Spain's transition to democracy. King Juan Carlos I, Franco's designated successor, played a key role in dismantling the authoritarian regime and guiding Spain towards a constitutional monarchy. Section 9. Modern Spain: Transition and Transformation. Spain's transition to democracy was remarkably peaceful and successful. A new constitution was approved in 1978, establishing Spain as a parliamentary monarchy with a multi-party system. The country underwent a period of rapid economic growth and modernization, joining the European Economic Community in 1986. Modern Spain is a vibrant democracy and a member of the European Union. It has embraced its rich cultural heritage while also becoming a modern and cosmopolitan country. However, challenges remain, including economic inequality, regional tensions, and the legacy of the Franco era. Despite these challenges, Spain has emerged as a dynamic and influential country on the world stage. Its rich history, vibrant culture, and strategic location at the crossroads of Europe, Africa, and the Americas continue to shape its identity and destiny. Section 10. Conclusion. Spain's enduring spirit. Spain's history is a testament to the resilience and enduring spirit of its people. From the conquests of ancient empires to the turmoil of the 20th century, Spain has weathered countless storms and emerged stronger each time. Its rich tapestry of cultures, its artistic legacy, and its contributions to world history continue to inspire and captivate people around the globe. As Spain navigates the challenges of the 21st century, it can draw strength from its past, embracing its diversity, its creativity, and its unwavering commitment to freedom and democracy. The story of Spain is far from over, and its next chapter promises to be just as compelling as the ones that came before.